This program was inspired by sustainability in architecture. So the idea here was to create something that helps professionals to move a little bit forward on the conceptualization of the sustainability, not only on the concept of it, but as well on the numbers. So the idea of the whole course is to put numbers to the typical red and blue arrows that most of the architects and professionals of the sector, they use to describe the sustainability of something. So what we thought is that giving them tools about past experience, about future experience that we will end up doing as projects, and technical knowledge about put numbers to these things was interesting for the market.
So this means that we've structured the courses into a specific order that responds to that building life cycle, right? And the different impacts that are addressed in the main stages of that cycle. This means starting by the embodied carbon and assessing how this could be improved, and then moving into the operational side. Then this will be somehow challenged by the main or one of the main dilemmas that these days take place in the construction sector, which is basically do we address new buildings or do we provide retrofitting solutions to the existing ones? And in order to respond to that, basically, we try to complement it with, let's say, the theory, as well as key design principles, the main approach to address them, strategies and tools. And at the end, somehow to sum up that, we provide a specific module that somehow addresses those design principles and how they are responded with the different sustainable certifications that these days are relevant to the construction sector.
One of the main challenges, maybe the most difficult challenge, will be the learning of the energy simulation tools. In this case, we will be using Design Builder. These tools provide much more quality on building energy efficiency, energy and circularity assessment. So, but also are tools that are difficult to understand and to use. Do not worry, because the idea is to prepare an introductory class about Design Builder. This class will be recorded to ease the process, and every student can start from zero. Another beautiful challenge, as we understand, is the transferring of the theory into practice, not just staying into a theory level, but also coming into the real world and trying to apply all that we learn into a demo site building that will be provided by us, the tutors.
Yeah, another challenge, which is to think wide. So usually when we think on our professions, we are focused in our specialization. And in this course, what we try to give the students is this wide thinking that is inclusive and holistic. And that's quite difficult because you need to set some strategies and then try to work with them all at the same time.
So the different career paths, I would say they range from expert profiles in the sustainability field. This means that they could be able to apply for LCA designer vacancies, or rather consultant ones with expertise in building physics, energy efficiency, energy transition, circularity, or even somehow being closer to finally achieving being a registered certifier. Okay, so you could either end up being like an expert in those areas, or basically just complementing your technical background, that it could be either like MEPs, structure, facades, civil engineers, architects, master planners, real estate agents, etc. Right? So you could be either an expert or just somehow complement your state of knowledge with some insights on the sustainability and somehow make them more sensible to sustainability and circularity principles. I would say this course is proposed by and intended for industry players. This is key because in many traditional academic institutions, there tend to be a gap between the theory and the practice. And in this case, the course is basically proposed by those who constantly engage in this market. And this basically translates into a series of sessions that try to incorporate case studies and somehow work with the major problems encountered and how they and how they were responded. And these challenges could be either coming from clients, technological, financial, technology related.
You touched the right point. So the main issues of the professionals on the field right now is that they are sometimes a specialist in something, but not the wide vision. That's one. The other one is that they don't know how to run softwares, but mainly because they don't have the license, and that's an issue. But at least knowing this design builder, that is probably one of the most spread softwares in the world, it's an option and a solution. And for me, the other thing is that we give them tools to put numbers to things. And that's something that is not usual, because you cannot go everywhere just with strategies. So you need to put numbers, okay? And these numbers are what we try to do here. It's linked to that, because what we do on the course is to study existing projects, okay? These existing projects are already built. They have been built for the last 20 years, I think, okay? There are 37 in the world, and they can choose one. They do it by groups, and the interesting thing is that they analyze, see if these projects that they have chosen are interesting, not, they can correct them, they can improve them, how they can do it, how they can put numbers, and not only on the side of the technical aspect, but as well on the economical aspect. So there is a bunch of things that they do on these projects that are very interesting, because they realize themselves that they can improve things. Of course, when they are on the field, they will need similar tools, they will need similar knowledge to do exactly the same methodology for an existing project or for a new project. And I think that that's the beauty of this course. The other thing is that these projects are interesting because are made by star architects from the rest of the world, but as well because they are places for taking care of people. They are cancer centers. So that means that it's a place that you need to provide lots of comfort, lots of beauty, lots of calm, lots of things that are related to the people that use these buildings. So in a way, in this course, we try to give them this feeling so that they need to provide strategies and things to improve the quality of the people that use the building, which is a little bit aside of this technical background, just numbers and numbers and numbers. So there is something more related to the people and something related to the techniques. And I think that these two things going in parallel are the ones that give value to the course.